So, SRAM have gone and done it. They've created an 11-speed single ring group set specifically for mountain biking. And it's not just all about adding one extra gear. It's about removing the front derailleur off the mountain bike whilst retaining a usable gear range. Much of modern mountain bike geometry exists because of the front derailleur mounting. Seat angles, chainstay length, etc. are all dictated by the location of the front derailleur. Even tyre clearance and suspension designs, pivot locations, swing arm clearances, etc. are all important factors impacted by the front derailleur. For example, you can design a 29-inch carbon hardtail with extremely short chainstays, but the front derailleur will contact the rear tyre. The single ring also simplifies chainstay clearance around the tyre. SRAM openly admits that single ring drivetrains are not for everyone. So who is XX1 for? Interestingly, XX1 has just taken out gold in the Olympics as well as winning the Mega Avalanche, proving that XX1 is a seriously versatile group set. Individually, the parts are heavier than SRAM's 10-speed XX, but overall the component group is lighter through the removal of parts like the front derailleur and the left-hand shifter. It's light, it's versatile. What really appeals to us is how neat and clean the whole system is without a front derailleur. We feel most riders will prefer to run the XX1 with a trigger shifter, and the chainrings are also available between 28 and 38 tooth chainring sizes in 2 tooth increments. To retain a usable gear range with a single chainring, the cassette ranges from a tiny 10 tooth to a massive 42. Check out the size of that thing. So is this gearing range wide enough? In a 36, it was a little bit too tall in some situations, but with a 34 or 32, it will allow you to get up and down everything. Despite the massive range the rear derailleur has to cover, the shifting quality is perfect. SRAM have practically reinvented the rear derailleur to cope with massive range. Plus, it's a far more stable system. One thing we couldn't help but notice was how bulky and large the rear derailleur is. Plus, it's very expensive. To tear it off would suck. With the added stability of the rear derailleur, plus the unique profile on the chainring teeth, SRAM aim to have a system that does not require a chain guide. So the question we keep getting asked is, did the chain stay on during our testing? In truth, we'd lost the chain once. A stick came up and knocked the chain off the top of the chainring. We even tried to drop the chain, backpedaling through rough terrain, deliberately misshifting, but we only dropped it that once. Would you run a chain guide with XX1? It's really up to the individual whether the security is worth the added weight of a small chain guide. One of the coolest elements we notice on the trail is without a front derailleur or chain guide, there is no rattle or chain slap. It's very quiet and super smooth. It's around $1,600 for the XX1 at this stage, but do expect it to trickle down to the cheaper price points in the future. At this stage, compatibility is a small concern as the cassette uses a specific freehub body not available on every wheel set quite yet. And we predict that the derailleur and the chainring technology will find its way into other applications quite soon, say for downhill bikes for example. So XX1, is it a game changer? We think so. It certainly impressed us, and it'll bring about the death of the front derailleur for a lot of people. When we see this technology in cheaper price points, we feel not just drivetrain, but frame designs will be changed forever.